Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It is about some tips on parting your hair. I had a subscriber request this video, and so I'm so excited to do this for you guys, and hopefully you will learn a little bit or learn a tip about how to do your part. So obviously there are a few different parts that you can do. The first one is a middle part, and I'll get my comb. So obviously go to the middle of the face, pull to the back, and it's not exactly straight. Sorry, that's my dog. Okay, so this is the middle part. This is especially great for people who have very symmetrical faces. So if one side is very symmetrical to the other, having the middle part is going to bring you to the center of the face. And if you don't have a symmetrical face, like I feel like this eyebrow is lower, you can notice it more whenever you have a middle part. A few things that you notice is this side has more volume than this side. So what you can do is what I mainly do is I part it before I get in the shower. So I'll part it like this, and then I shower like this, and it's gonna dry pretty well stuck. I don't have a huge calic anywhere. I have a little bit here, so that's why I part my hair normally to that side. So it does stay pretty well whenever I get out of the shower, which is really nice. But another thing you can do if it's midday and you just want to switch your part, this is a great tip. So you're going to have a bottle of water, and you can spray it on your hair, and then just get it, a little bit wet, and then you can blow dry in that direction to make it stick. That's a really great tip that's quick, and hopefully will help it stay. A lot of times people have a hard time doing this, and then it'll fall back over or whatever, but that is how I do my middle part. That's how I do it is in the shower, but the water trick is also great. Obviously the second part is a side part. So I'm gonna part this opposite of what I normally do, and to me this looks very unnatural. It's not what I would normally do, but a few things you can do is part it just straight, or you can part it kind of to where the back gets to the middle, and that's what I normally do. This part just doesn't lay as flat as the other side, so I don't prefer this side. But what you will notice is sometimes I go like this, and that's the opposite way, but you see you have a lot more volume on that opposite side. So sometimes I'll go like this if I'm wanting a little bit more like messy, loose, voluminous look. But generally my hair naturally parts right there, and it's really not a far back part. It doesn't go very far. It's halfway, and then the back just kind of goes sideways or whatever way it wants. But I can part it. That's pretty natural, but you see it kind of curves in a little bit. I have a calic in the back of my hair. A lot of people have calics, in the front, and that's how they pick the side that they part. So I must have a little, yeah, right there, I have a little one. So this is naturally better. Whenever I was in junior high, I was so into like the swooped bangs. So I can't believe I'm giving you this tip. But what I would do is part very, very far over, and then naturally you're gonna have more volume again because it's not used to laying that way. But what you can do is blow dry that way, like straight on it, and you can I would like pin it to kind of make it stay. And that's not like, okay, that's pretty far, but that's not like exactly how I did it. But if you want a deeper part, if you're like slicking your hair back or something like that, that would be great. But generally you want to stick with that side part. So those are the different options, obviously, of the middle part and then the other side parts. A tip I have for you guys is whenever you're waking up and it's maybe day 3 hair and you're looking pretty greasy on this part, so what I might do is for that day, or you know, if I'm going out for a night, like I'll part it in the middle. And normally that hair is going to be a little bit more fresh. Today, like, the case is not exactly that. I'm on day 2 or 3. So obviously I have some grease and I've used the dry shampoo, which is my best friend, the Monet dry shampoo. But like normally, you know, if you switch your part a little, or sometimes I'll even, like, if this is my part, I'll just go over a little bit and hopefully cover some of that oil that's on the top. So that's a great tip if you are wanting to kind of cover up some of that oil. Another tip that I have when you are trying to get volume on one side when the other side is full of volume, so either this side, or if I do a middle part, this side's going to be more voluminous than this side. So what I would do is go in with the root lifter from Monet, and you can spray it. You can dampen your hair again with this. Spray it on the actual side that you want the volume. So you spray it on right on the scalp, you know, do a few layers, do a few spots, and then you want to blow dry it this way. So I'd blow dry it this way, which I went over in my last video, so if you want more into detail of that and kind of how I do my hair, you can watch that video. But this is a good tip to get that volume on that side. Spray it and then blow dry it, and then you're going to get some added volume from that. I feel like a lot of people naturally find where their hair parts because it falls that way. So if that's the case, that's, you know, maybe your natural part that you want to stick with. I know whenever, like, I get my hair done, hairdressers are always like, well, where do you part your hair? And you know, I tell them either here in the middle, but that's just what my hair chose. I didn't pick it. If you are really trying to train your part to switch, and if that is the case, then I would recommend just obviously just keep parting it on the side that you want. If I wanted it to stick and I wanted to kind of get a really clean look, I would maybe do a braid this way. Let me see. This is a I don't know, like an upside down braid, I think that's what it's called. But you could do something like this to get that hair parted on that side. You could start closer to the root, but that would definitely keep that hair over. If you're wanting a middle part, one thing that I really like to do is put some little pins right here, or do like a twist, or like 2 little braids or something like that to keep those hairs in place and ensure that they're not going to pop up or some are going to fall over. I just secure them, and I don't like a really flat look with middle part, but whenever I can get like a little braid, or I love getting the twist, then I get the natural volume from that. So you could also pin your hair on this side. You could just try to flip it, but obviously I would shower with it this way, and hopefully it will naturally stay that way. But if you do have a calic or some sort of thing parting your hair naturally to one side, it's going to be really difficult to try to get that hair to stay on the opposite side. You're going against kind of what your hair naturally is wanting to lay, so that's hard to do. I haven't spent a whole lot of time trying to figure that out, because I feel like I'm happy with my part, and I'm happy with the fact that I can get a middle part as well, so that's nice. I also want to say I'm not a hairstylist, I'm not trained, I'm not anything like that. These are my own opinions. This is what I think and what's worked for me, and if you guys are stylists or have some sort of experience with hair, I'd love to see what you say below to help out some of my subscribers and anybody who's wanting to get some tips on parting their hair. So that would be awesome if y'all could comment below and give us some additional tips to what I have come to find that help me. That would be fantastic. Like I said, this is what has worked for me and what I enjoy doing, how I find that it's easy, and so that's what I've stuck with. But of course I'm open to any ideas, any suggestions, anything. So please comment below and let me know what you think. But my number one tip is to do it prior to having a shower, and that's how you're going to get the best results in my opinion, to wash it that way and then go in and blow dry it that way, or sleep on it if your hair stays. If you have questions or additional details that you want to share below, feel free to comment and thumbs up this video if you learned something new. Thanks for joining me in today's video, and I can't wait to see what you think. See ya!